Welcome to today's video, coin lovers and history seekers. If you are passionate about rare coins and their hidden stories, then you are in the right place. In this video, we will dive deep into the history, design, value, and surprising worth of the Irish 5 pence coin from the year 1974. Stay with me till the end because you might be shocked at how much such a small coin can be valued in today's market. Let us begin with a little background. The Irish 5 pence coin was first introduced in 1971 when Ireland switched from the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence to a modern decimal currency system. This change was a major step in Ireland's financial history, making money easier to calculate and trade. The 1974 5 pence coin was part of this early series of decimal coins and carries a fascinating story about Ireland's heritage and culture. Now, let's talk about its design. On one side of the coin, you will see the Irish harp, which is the national symbol of Ireland and has been featured on Irish coins for centuries. The harp represents tradition, music, and the spirit of Ireland. On the reverse side of the coin, there is an image of a bull. This design was created by the famous artist Percy Metcalfe, who also designed the earlier Irish Free State coinage. The bull design is not just decorative. It represents strength, agriculture, and Ireland's strong connection to farming life. The 1974 Irish 5 pence coin was minted in copper nickel and weighed about 5.65 grams with a diameter of 23.59 millimeters. It was larger in size than the later 5 pence coins, which were reduced in 1992 as part of a currency reform. Because of its large size, collectors often call this the large 5 pence. Now let's discuss the circulation and production. Millions of these coins were struck in the 1970s, and they remained in everyday use for decades. They were part of the money Irish people used for shopping, travel, and daily life. However, in 2002, Ireland joined the Eurozone, and the old Irish coins, including the 5 pence, were officially withdrawn from circulation. This means the 1974 5 pence is no longer legal tender, but its value to collectors has only grown over time. What makes the 1974 coin interesting is its place in history. It represents Ireland in the years after decimalization and before the euro. Many of these coins were heavily used, so finding one in good condition can be a challenge. Collectors particularly search for coins that are uncirculated or preserved in mint condition. What about its value today? In general, circulated 1974 Irish 5 pence coins are quite common, and they usually sell for around $1 to $2 or a couple of euros. However, if you happen to find one in excellent condition, known as uncirculated or proof quality, the value can rise significantly. High-grade examples have been sold for $10 to $20, and in some rare cases, even higher depending on demand. While this may not sound like a fortune, remember that this is far more than the coin's original face value of just 5 pence. But there's more to the value than money alone. For Irish people, these coins are a piece of national history, a reminder of the country before it adopted the euro. For collectors worldwide, the 1974 5 pence is a way to own a small piece of Irish culture and heritage. Some collectors even build entire sets of Irish decimal coins, and in such collections, the 1974 5 pence plays an important role. In conclusion, the Irish 1974 5 pence may look like a simple, ordinary coin, but it carries with it the story of Ireland's transition to a modern currency, its rich cultural symbols, and its strong agricultural traditions. While its monetary value may not make you instantly rich, its historical and sentimental worth makes it a treasured piece for collectors and history lovers alike. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1974 Irish 5 pence coin, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with other coin enthusiasts, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting stories about rare and valuable coins from around the world. Until next time, keep exploring, keep collecting, and keep discovering the hidden treasures in the coins that we often overlook. Welcome to my channel, dear viewers. I hope you all are doing great. Today I am going to share with you one of the most interesting and historically rich coins from Europe, the Netherlands 25-cent coin. If you are a coin lover, a collector, or just curious about rare and valuable money, then stay tuned because this coin has a fascinating story, a long history, and a surprising value that you will definitely want to know. Let's begin with a little background. The Netherlands 25-cent coin, also known as the kwartje, was first introduced in the 19th century. The word kwartje literally means quarter in Dutch, representing a quarter of a guilder. The guilder was the official currency of the Netherlands before the euro came into circulation in 2002. So, the 25-cent coin was not just any small change. It played a very important role in Dutch daily life for more than a century. Now, let's talk about the design of this beautiful coin. Earlier versions of the 25-cent coin featured the portrait of the reigning Dutch monarch. Depending on the year of minting, you could find Queen Wilhelmina, Queen Juliana, or Queen Beatrix engraved on the obverse side. On the reverse side, the coin displayed its denomination, 25 cents, along with the year of issue and a crown or decorative design that symbolized the strength and tradition of the Dutch monarchy. This made the coin not only useful in everyday transactions, but also a symbol of pride for the people of the Netherlands. The history of this coin is very colorful. The first silver 25-cent coins were introduced in 1817 under King William I. At that time, the coin was actually made of real silver, giving it a high intrinsic value. But as decades passed and the cost of silver rose, the composition of the coin changed. By the 20th century, especially after World War II, the coin was minted in copper-nickel, which is a mix of copper and nickel. This made it more practical for mass circulation. One interesting fact is that during World War II, when the Netherlands was under German occupation, the coin still carried the portrait of Queen Wilhelmina, who was in exile in London. This coin became a secret symbol of resistance and national identity for the Dutch people. Even though the occupiers tried to control everything, the small 25-cent coin reminded people of their queen and their hope for freedom. Now let's talk about the big worth of money in circulation. For a long time, the 25-cent coin was widely used all across the Netherlands. Millions and millions of these coins were minted, and they became an essential part of Dutch commerce. People used them for transport tickets, groceries, newspapers, and even vending machines. The kwartje was so common that it became part of Dutch culture and everyday sayings. In fact, even today, some Dutch people still refer to small amounts of money as kwartje. Even though the coin itself is no longer used, the coin finally lost its role in 2002 when the Netherlands switched from the guilder to the euro. That was the end of an era for the 25-cent coin. But for collectors and history lovers, its value and legacy are still very much alive. Now the most exciting part. What is the current market value of this coin today? The answer depends on the year, the condition, and sometimes the mint mark of the coin. Common circulation coins from the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s may only be worth a small amount above their face value, maybe around $1 or $2 if in average condition. However, coins in uncirculated condition, proof sets, or rare dates from the 19th century can fetch much higher prices. Some early silver 25-cent coins from the 1800s can be worth $50 to even several $100s, depending on rarity and preservation. For example, a well-preserved Queen Wilhelmina silver 25-cent coin from the late 1800s can bring in serious money at auctions. And collectors around the world look for these coins not just for their metal value, but also for their historical importance and beautiful designs. Even modern 25-cent coins from Queen Beatrix's era have their value if they are kept in mint condition or are part of a complete guilder coin collection. So, to summarize, the Netherlands 25-cent coin, the kwartje, is not just a piece of old money. It is a coin with a story of kings and queens, of war and resistance, of daily life and culture, and of transition from the guilder to the euro. Its value in circulation was huge because it served the Dutch people for nearly 2 centuries. And today, its value in the market depends on its age and condition. But some pieces can truly be worth a treasure to collectors. That I hope you enjoyed this journey into the history and value of the Netherlands 25-cent coin. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more amazing coin stories from around the world. And also tell me in the comments if you have ever seen or owned a kwartje yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video with another rare and valuable coin. Stay happy and keep collecting. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. I hope you are all doing great. In today's video, we are going to explore a very interesting and historical coin, the South African 20-cent coin. We will talk about its background, its design, the story behind its creation, how much it was worth in circulation, and of course, what its value is in today's market for collectors and investors. So stay with me till the end of the video because you are going to learn some really fascinating facts about this unique coin. History of the South African 20-cent coin. The South African 20-cent coin was first introduced in 1961 when South Africa adopted the decimal currency system, replacing the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. This major change in the currency system marked the birth of the cent and rand coins in the country. The 20-cent coin became one of the most commonly used coins in daily transactions. During the early years, the coin was struck in a bronze alloy, giving it a beautiful golden brown color. Over time, as the years passed, different versions of the 20-cent coin were minted with variations in design, metal composition, and weight. These changes were made to improve durability, reduce minting costs, and also to keep up with international coinage standards. Design and symbolism. One of the most attractive things about South African coins, including the 20-cent, is their symbolic designs. On the obverse side, the coin usually features the South African coat of arms or a portrait of Jan van Riebeeck in earlier years, who was considered the founder of Cape Town. Later, the design evolved to include the coat of arms, reflecting national pride and heritage. And on the reverse side, the coin often features the King Protea, South Africa's national flower, which is a symbol of beauty, resilience, and national identity. This design not only makes the coin visually striking, but also tells a story about the natural and cultural richness of the country. Value and worth in circulation. When the 20-cent coin was introduced, its value in circulation was exactly 1/5 of a South African rand. At that time, 1 rand had quite a high purchasing power compared to today. For example, in the 1960s and 1970s, a 20-cent coin could buy you a loaf of bread, milk, or even a bus ticket in some places. It was a significant denomination that played a big role in daily life. Over the decades, however, inflation reduced the purchasing power of the 20-cent coin. What used to be a meaningful amount of money slowly became a small change in people's pockets. By the 1990s and 2000s, the coin's everyday usage started to decline, but it remained an important part of South Africa's currency system. Collectors' value and market price. Today now, let us talk about what makes the South African 20-cent coin special for collectors today. The value of these coins depends on several factors such as the year of minting, the condition of the coin, whether it has any minting errors, and its rarity. For example, 20-cent coins from the 1960s and 1970s that are still in uncirculated condition or proof versions can fetch a much higher value than their face value. Collectors often pay several dollars to even tens of dollars for a single coin if it is rare or preserved well. Some error coins, such as those with double strikes, off-center designs, or misprints, are highly sought after and can be worth a significant amount in today's market. Ordinary circulated 20-cent coins may only be worth their face value or slightly more, but rare editions, proof sets, and unique variations can sell from $5 up to $50 or even higher depending on the demand and rarity. The international collectors market has shown increasing interest in South African coins because of their historical and cultural value. Conclusion. So, to sum it up, the South African 20-cent coin is not just an ordinary piece of metal. It is a symbol of South Africa's history, its transition into decimal currency, and its rich cultural heritage. From being a coin that once bought you essential goods in daily life to becoming a collectible piece that holds historical and monetary value today, the 20-cent coin has traveled a long journey. If you have some of these coins in your collection or lying around at home, take a close look at them. You never know. You might be holding a small treasure that could be worth much more than you think. Outro. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed learning about the South African 20-cent coin, its history, design, and value. If you found this video informative, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more coin history and value videos. See you in the next one, and until then, happy collecting.